and gentlemen, good evening. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to a wonderful evening of celebrations. We've all gathered here to look back on our progress and celebrate all the major achievements as a unit.
Good morning and a very welcome to today's award show. My name is Bhavish and I will be talking about Sony's mission and vision statement. Sony's mission is to be a company that inspires and fulfills your curiosity. Their unlimited passion for technology, content, and service, and relentless pursuit of innovation drives us to deliver groundbreaking and new excitement and entertainment in ways that only Sony can. This statement explicitly shows that Sony is a company all about the customer. It emphasizes what it prides in doing, about meeting desires and needs of its clients. Sony's vision is to use their passion for technology, content, and service to deliver Kando in ways that only Sony can. The statement focuses on Kando, a concept specific to Sony, and reflection of its linkage creation passion. Kando refers to emotional attachment to the company.
Hi, I'm Viva from Sony Corporation. I will continue with Sony's values. We have four main values, which are dream and curiosity, diversity, integrity and sincerity, and sustainability. As you can see from our first and second value, we to be the very best in the future, we believe in being innovative, as doing so from a very diversified viewpoint. We also recognize the potential of acting responsibly and in an ethical manner. And finally, the company understands that with these characteristics, we will gain the ability to sustain our reputation. Okay, coming to our strategies, there are three main strategies. First, to create the communities of interest that bring people who share the same emotional values and experiences together. Second, Sony aims to connect users and creators through its innovative video and audio technologies by positioning branded hardware. And the last one is Sony also aims to maintain the global number one position in imaging applications and become the global leader in sensing by continuously investing in the area of image sensors. Let's go to our future objectives. For any company, maximizing profits is always one of the key objectives, and that's also the same for Sony. We, we aim to create even more economic value. In 2020, we plan to launch PlayStation 5, that's a home video game console. And based on our desire to contribute to safety in the self-driving car era, Sony will work to further develop its imaging and sensing technologies. In pictures and photos, we plan to expand the media networks business, particularly in India, to enhance our profitability. Besides profitability, we also focus on creating social value because one of our mission is Kando. That's a Japanese word which means to get closer to people. So Sony will aim to create social value by giving people a sense of enrichment through the creation of communities of interest. The company will continue to promote environmental and human rights initiatives as well. And Sony also intends to make a broader contribution to education, for example, by nurturing creators, providing educational tools that enable children to learn about programming and incubating businesses. Thank you.
This is Neil, taking you through the hardships and perseverance put by Kelvin Doe throughout his journey. Born and brought up in a small community of Sierra Leone, deprived of adequate electricity supply, drove Kelvin Doe to create his own battery and generator at the age of 11. Later, his passion for music and innovation led him to create his own radio system powered by his own generators and batteries. He was popular among his community as DJ Focus. Kelvin rose to his prominence when he was invited by his mentor David Senge from MIT to be a visiting practitioner at the MIT International Development Initiative. He was the youngest visiting practitioner this program had ever witnessed. Later on, Kelvin's life story by Thinker witnessed around 12 million views on YouTube around the globe. This set the tone for Kelvin to uplift his research work by moving to Canada. He has been persistently involved in creating and developing community projects for the local people of Sierra Leone, such as the Windmill Project by Cato Tech, founded by Kelvin Doe himself. Since Kelvin's childhood, he has always wanted to become a youth icon for the youth to get inspired in order to innovate for the well-being and development of the society. This is done by Kelvin Doe through his foundation called the Kelvin Doe Foundation.
Kelvin Doe, as a global leader, has leadership traits as selfless, exemplified by current projects undertaken by Windmill Development for empowering nationals of Sierra Leone and energy projects like KDO Light. Second, fearless and outgoing, reflected by the ingenious innovations at the age of 13. Effective communicator, communicated via self-empowered radio station and persists to spread the world of recycling, sustaining, and innovating via TED Talks, Twitter, and competitive platforms. Youth-oriented, Kelvin believes in the unfathomable potential held by the today's youth for discovering and innovating, leading to world-defining technological realities. And as the last, as a global mentor, he mentors a multitude of young entrepreneurs, engineers, and leaders to overcome political, social, and environmental setbacks. Now 22, Kelvin lives and studies in Canada, focusing on his education, with an impressive array of engineering projects, businesses, and causes already behind him, is the underlying spirit he has championed since his day, taking a part of the old electronics that endures. In his words, creativity is universal and can be found in places where one does not expect to find it. Perseverance and passion are essential to nurturing that creativity. Kelvin Doe.
In this section of our presentation, we aim to draw a parallel between Kelvin Doe and Sony Corp. On analysis of the traits and characteristics of our firm and our leader, we have come to the conclusion that they complement each other like missing pieces of a puzzle. Sony is a company that inspires and fulfills curiosity, and Kelvin is an individual whose success and growth was born out of curiosity and inspiration. The firm projects an unlimited passion for technology and content, which is also observed in Kelvin's passionate and driven mindset. Dreaming big and quenching curiosity have always been core values for Kelvin. Furthermore, his selfless nature and intense need to help his fellow dreamers brings forth a certain sustainability to the innovation, which can also be observed in Sony Music's efforts. Further similarities have also been observed in their conscious and subconscious strategies. Both the firm and our leader are known for creating communities of interest that bring together people who share emotions, experiences, and values. In fact, this strategy has been instrumental in Sony building and growing an army of loyal consumers. And on the other hand, Kelvin has also been able to retain and sustain a loyal fan following and crowd support using the same strategy. The company takes their CSR very seriously and continue to promote environmental and human rights initiatives. Our leader Kelvin is no less and is known to selflessly give back to society. An early example of which being Kelvin creating a radio station using scrap parts for locals in his village, pardon me. Innovation shines bright at the core of our firm as well as our leader. They both project a fearless and outgoing attitude that are constantly looking for creative and new ways to make the world a better place. They both are of the school of thought that perseverance and passion should be the key areas in the creative process, which is the prime factor that brings and links them together. Thank you very much. And now it's time for a very special award for a very special leader and celebrate all his contributions towards the success of our firm. Kevin, would you like to say a few words?
I'd like to start by expressing my gratitude towards Sony Corporation for opting me as the international leader of the future. I dedicate this to my mentor David Senge, my co-workers at Kelvin Foundation and Cato Tech Incorporation, but most importantly, my greedy countrymen.